Pizza time.
Oh yeah!
How are you about to do it?
Episode 79. Nope, didn't do the whole intro. That was just for Kathy.
79.
79. I hope that's the right episode. That's the right episode number. Come on.
You're the
Who
you're
are we
the
joking?
one to know.
Brad was 77.
Yep.
Kathy was
There you go.
78.
There you go. All right.
79.
And
Is it
our
harder to
guest?
keep track of when it's spaced out 2 weeks?
No.
Okay.
No, I think it's going well with the.
No, I know. I agree
the
with that.
2 week
I'm saying
schedule.
just keeping track of what number episode we're on.
No, it's not.
Now that you're at 79 episodes, you still have a photographic memory of who is the guest on each and every episode?
I do not. I do
You
not.
made a
It's
spreadsheet,
really.
though.
I was gonna say, it's got to come to an end at some point,
yeah.
right?
I finally put together a spreadsheet to kind of keep track of it and really look at the details, which I don't know why I didn't do sooner. But, yeah, I think my memory starts to go around 50, 55. That's where I start to lose the exact of who was who.
Fair enough.
There's also a big gap in like 2 different portions of that, so I feel like that's harder too. 'Cause it's like I can remember that we had someone on like at the beginning, but then I'm like, I have no idea how long ago that was because we took like a 6-month gap when COVID started.
Yep.
And then like another 6-month gap. And I'm like, I just
Yeah.
can't remember when anything happened.
Yeah. Well, we did it. A year ago, we were going pretty steady.
There you go.
And then we had a break. All good. I wanted to get this off the top of the episode, a little promotion. If there's anything you guys want us to talk about on the episodes, on this podcast, if there's any articles you want us to talk about, any hot toppings that you like, any questions you have for us, you can email us at apmlpod@gmail.com or just message us on any of the socials.
Just tell Eric or I separately.
Yeah, or just message us. You all have our contact info. If there's anything you want, us to talk about, feel free to let us know.
I'm also
We're
not
open.
going to lie. If you don't tell me the day of
Test
us
suggestions.
recording, I won't remember.
All right, so then probably message me then.
Smart move.
Eric will
Message me.
handle it.
I will handle it. But let's go ahead and jump into the episode. Let's dive into the episode, as they say.
Yes.
Did you actually fully introduce Tyler?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I'm getting there.
Okay.
Our guest this week. Our guest this week is making his 4th appearance on the podcast.
Yeah, 4. Okay.
Number 4.
It's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Number 4. It is
Quattro.
one of my close friends. It is Mr. Tyler. What up, dude?
What's up, everyone? How's it going?
It's going great.
Going well for us.
Going great.
Awesome.
You just had a fun week this past week. You were down in Laredo, Texas, and then I had to pick you up from the airport.
Scenic Laredo, Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Is there anything there actually? By the way, like is it
they do have actually a little bit of a downtown
Okay.
area, but it's like so COVID hit it pretty hard though because it's like not a real wealthy area, and a lot of the shops got shut down
'Cause it's
because
just
they just
industrial,
couldn't
right?
stay over. Yeah, it's industrial, but they obviously have like they have restaurants.
Yeah.
They got like tourists like
they have
what do you
tourist
call it
stuff?
when you
Tourist
bring
trap?
someone back a gift from a place.
Souvenir
Shop. Okay, yeah. So I have some of those, and that's really about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we drove through that, and a lot of it was shut down, which is kind of actually sad.
Still shut down, or just like they never opened
They never
up?
back
Yeah,
open.
gotcha.
I've never reopened. So we did that, and yeah, I was just in there downtown for work, trying to straighten out some accounts that they had, and it was just probably the most fucked up mess of a warehouse I've ever seen in my entire life.
I think it's a bad sign anytime you get that assignment of like, hey, you are being sent somewhere to fix this. Like, you're not going to have a good time.
It's different when they send you to like you have an existing account at a place and they're going to start up the same account as you. Then you can kind of just put it in place,
Yeah, because
right?
you already know
Yeah.
like what has to be there, everything like that.
But when they have the account for a year and a half, whatever, and it's just a fucked up
you have
mess,
to just
and
fix
you got to go
everything.
down and fix it, like it's. I don't like coming into a job anyway where I'm like jumping in the middle,
Yeah.
like, and I have to catch up, and
You
I
have
don't
to
know
spend
what's going
time
on, you know.
figuring out what is even what to begin with.
Yeah,
What have you been doing here? Like, what's going on?
The way I looked at it is I came in and I was like, these guys have been doing just whatever they want. Like there's no
rules.
organization.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like anyone had ever been bitched at, you know, like it was horrible. And I like didn't even know where to start. It was so bad.
Is part of it, have they had like a lot of turnover? Because I feel like
Tons.
Okay, because I feel like that's part of it. Is like if you have a spot where it's like there's not consistent people in there, then yeah, it's like people come in, they do whatever, and then they leave, and then someone else comes in, they do whatever,
and they don't like train them properly.
No,
and-
Right.
Yeah.
They had 2 full-time warehouse workers.
Okay.
8 temps. The longest temp had been there for 2 months.
That's the longest.
The operations manager had been there for 5 weeks.
Was he the full-time person or was he a temp?
So they had 2 team leads that were full-time plus the operations manager.
Okay.
And then 8 temps. And then they had the branch manager who he had been there for like 2 years.
Okay.
But it seemed like he had kind of like
checked out.
Not really like ever established himself as like a authority presence. So it's like he'd be walking through the office, people would be playing on their phones. I was like, if our general manager was walking through the office, you would not see anyone on their phones. It would immediately be like, hey, what are you doing? Yeah.
That's like how it should be too.
Yeah, you're the boss, right?
I remember at my first big boy job. And after I was a co-op, I was full time at this point. But like one of these guys that like I was friends with, but he was older than me, so like he was been there for a while or whatever. I remember him talking. He's like, "There's these new fucking kids, and they're just over there. This kid's just on Netflix. He's not even in my group. I just wanted to sit over there and just yell at him." He's like, he just walked by. He's just sitting there watching Netflix the entire time. He's like, "Can't believe kids now." And like he's like 3 years older than me, 5 years older than not crazy, but it's like
so like my age.
Yeah, I mean, like don't get me wrong, you guys are older, I forgot.
Yes, we are.
I was like, but I mean, it is crazy. Like I couldn't imagine like being at work and just being like, I'm just gonna put on Netflix and just sit at my computer.
Not like
but,
openly.
No.
Like if you're like by yourself
Hide
and
it,
secluded, sure, but like keep an eye out at least.
Going to the bathroom.
I work at home and I don't even think I would put Netflix on.
Well, that's crazy.
I'll say the 2 weeks I worked at home from COVID, I had Devil May Cry alternating. I would just like check my email real quick. It was right next to me. If nothing was going on with that, it's like, okay, Devil May Cry.
Yeah, so you don't have, are you like, you
When
just
I open up Netflix to like put something on, I'm putting it on to watch. I don't want to just
you have no shows that are just like put it on in the background type
have
show?
like anything that I put on the background.
That's like Friends or The Office or something.
Well, so like
do you have like a going to bed
something
show
you've seen before.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's like you just basically, you don't have a going to bed show?
I really don't.
I don't have a going to bed show either.
Well, because I feel like those shows, like that's like
I could say
Office.
I can pass right the fuck out.
I could say
that's good for you.
if
That's not bad.
Can't do that.
anything close to a going to bed show I have would be I Think You Should Leave. Because it's a nice like 15-minute episodes, and sometimes I'll just watch that as like the last thing.
That's good.
But I only will watch like one episode.
Well, that to me too is like there's only 2 seasons, so it's like it just gets you go through it so quickly.
Yeah, which is fine with me. I'm not watching it every single day.
Oh no, I need like
there's plenty of days where I don't even turn on the TV at all.
Yeah, fuck it.
I don't need it.
You got your phone?
I got my phone. Dude, I can spend just so much time just chilling on my phone.
But I feel like if I'm on my phone, I'm more likely to stay up even longer. Like I need that like I'm just kind of like laying down and basically like falling asleep, and then it's like I just need go through an episode and then just boop turn it off.
I'll be on my phone and nothing will be like satisfying enough to end on. You
exactly.
know? It's like I'm looking for something to scratch some itch,
just to like
and I don't know what I'm looking for
to keep you up longer.
But then don't you get like? But then if you hit it, aren't you almost like, all right, I gotta see what like is there anything cool?
Is there another
next?
one?
Yeah, like now is the algorithm finally like peaked, and I found like the great like
possibly. I've been on the phone and it's like it is 2 a.m. and I've been sitting here for 2.5 hours doing shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like the phone is worse. Like that's gonna keep you up longer. Like the TV, I'll just turn it on. Watch an episode of whatever the new nighttime show is right now.
Yeah.
And then it's like by the end of that episode, like I'm about to pass out anyways. Doop, turn it off.
Do you ever fall asleep with the TV on?
Well, hang on, Tom.
Not really.
Let's circle back real quick. Eric had to pick me up from the airport.
Yeah, okay.
Because my lovely wife decided to go out drinking with her friends instead.
Hey, you know what?
What do you think about that?
You gotta blow off some steam.
I don't know. I'm under the impression that maybe you pick your husband up from the airport.
What time was your flight?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did kind of fuck up. So I got to
up.
the airport. So here's another story a bit. So I get to the airport at 7:30 in the morning for my flight from Laredo to Dallas because there's no direct flight to Detroit. So I do that. I chill at the airport till 10:30 when my flight is or whatever. I fly. It's like an hour. So I get to Dallas at like 12:45.
Okay.
My flight's at 1:30.
Okay.
So I check out what gate I'm at, what terminal, and I head there. And I find a seat and I sit. Well, they had changed it in that 45 minutes or so. So I look and it's like 1:10. I look and now I'm all of a sudden it's a different terminal and a different gate. Yeah. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. So I haul at. I bust ass.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
When you got to your gate, they have the screens that say Detroit.
The signs, yeah.
It didn't say Detroit.
Yeah, so I didn't like notice
didn't
that
look
or
at that
anything.
at
I just
all.
kind of found a spot. I was like, it says it on my phone. I'm good. You know.
I always
I'm
look at that
so-
to
No,
at least like make sure.
I'm like paranoid about it.
Yeah.
Like I'll be checking like just
constantly.
I didn't know they did that. I don't fly solo ever. This is the first time ever.
Oh, dude, they
Yeah.
change flights a lot.
Yeah, like once bitten, twice shy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
now
like-
you learn your lesson. For
Yeah,
sure.
so now I know.
When I get to the airport, I don't even like do anything else. I find that gate first.
Oh, that's what I did.
Before
I was
I'm
like,
like,
I gotta
I-
find this gate.
yeah.
Like when I went last time I was flying, out of like the Detroit airport, I like found the gate and was like, all right, I'm going to get Chick-fil-A. It was on the complete other
Are
side.
you still dedicated to going?
Still
to
went
Chick-fil-A?
there because I found out they have that shuttle that just goes back and
I
forth.
don't like that.
Oh,
shuttle,
yeah.
though.
Oh, dude, I love that shuttle. I hopped right
Always
on there.
walking.
It took me down there in a minute.
Always walking.
And then
So-
I got right back.
So Dallas Airport is huge. They
Yeah.
have that shuttle, but it takes you like around the whole thing. They have 5 different terminals. So it's like
shit.
There's
to
no
get from
chance.
C terminal to A terminal was not like something I could quickly do. It took me like 10 minutes to get there, and then they were like, "Yeah, boarding's done. The flight's getting ready to take off." So I was like, "Well, I've missed my flight then."
Oh, you actually missed
it. And
I always wonder what happens when you miss a flight because I've come close
So,
once.
here's
and
what
I get
happens
so
when you
scared.
miss a flight. The lady
go
looks
to the-
at you.
yeah, you go to the lady at the counter and you cry.
She looks at you with a great swell of sympathy, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, that's so bad.
Sucks for you."
So our next flight. So my flight was supposed to fly out at 1:30. She's like,
Okay.
"Our next one to Detroit is at 5:45."
Ooh, that's a big
I was
gap.
like,
That's a big
"Fuck."
gap.
She's like, "So what we can do is we'll put you on standby for that flight." So that means you don't have a
Oh,
seat.
you don't even guaranteed. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
like you
'cause the
get a
flight's
seat
probably sold out.
if there's an open seat you can
Yeah.
get on, but if not, you're just screwed.
But you don't pay another ticket. Or
Did not
anything.
pay. No.
Okay.
It was no extra cost.
Because that's
to
always
me.
my thought is like, if I miss this flight, am I
have to
out
pay
that
for
and then I have to
another-
pay
No,
another
no, no,
one?
no. They
Yeah.
just
And then
put
you have
on
to pay
You're
for
just on
whatever.
standby. You're
I
just on
bet you
standby
though,
until you get
if
like
I
a
like,
ticket.
yeah, that's probably they might put me standby for the next day.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, long story short, I got onto that flight.
Okay, that's good.
But yeah, so I missed that flight. So then I head over where it said it was like 8:25. I look an hour later, it's at D3 now. So I'm like, fuck. So I go
They're
to the
just
next
moving around
terminal.
constantly.
So I was like, I get to D3
If
and
you
I'm like,
miss
you know
two
what?
That's
Yeah,
bad.
then you're just
That's
done.
really bad.
At the airport too. It's not like you were not.
Yeah.
It's not like you were somewhere else. You were at the airport
At
the
the
entire
airport.
time.
You're not stuck in traffic.
You didn't have any check bags. I'm assuming though.
No.
Okay.
So
That's
I
good.
was like, okay, I'm just going to stay at D3 until like an hour or 45 minutes before the flight. Then I'll check it and then I'll head wherever it is. So I did change it again to D21. So now I go to
I changed
D21.
it 3 times. And
Yeah. I was
Fuck
like,
that.
fuck. I was like, I didn't realize
you,
they
Dad.
did
That's
this
a lot.
kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
So I just read a book the whole time. But so yeah, 4 extra hours at the airport, right?
Not great.
So I'm supposed to be home at like 5 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
I end up like getting home at like 9:45 our time. So Tara's supposed to be able to pick me up before we go to this. She had an activity night for the middle school or whatever. So I hit her up. She's like, "Just call me when you land. I'll come and pick you up real quick." So
this was after you missed the first flight. She still said,
Yeah.
"I'll pick you up."
yeah, she said she said
yeah.
and
Point
so I
against
hit her
Tara.
up and she's like,
The stock's going down.
"Oh, so we just got done with the activity night, but this is my
that's
mom's
perfect.
last activity." Yeah, right, exactly.
So it's done then.
Yeah, so come pick me up. So she's like, "Well, this is my mom's last activity night because she's retiring, and I really want to go out." And the superintendent's there, and I really want to go out with a drink with them and have like PR time, basically. And I was like, "Okay, come and pick me up." And then go meet them at the bar.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
like, "Well, I don't know if they're gonna stay out that long. So maybe do you is it okay if I just grab a drink real quick and then come pick you up?" And I was like, "You know what? I'll fend for myself. I'm not trying to stay at the airport all night. Like I've already
stayed
I've
way
already
too long.
been
You've
at
already
the
been the whole
airport
day.
for fucking 13 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm done with the airport."
Yeah.
And then so I was like, "I'll just Uber home. You know what? Go have fun." Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to make her feel guilty,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And she's like, "Don't be mad." So I started ignoring her texts and all that.
There you go.
I was like,
We're playing
just
the game
just
now.
move,
just
the right
pissed,
move.
We're
right?
playing the game now.
And so then I look up an Uber from Detroit Metro Airport to our
very
house,
expensive.
$65. So I was like, fuck. I was
Yep.
like, and I was much too proud to call Tara back and be like, "Yeah, I'll just wait."
Yeah.
So I ended up hitting up Eric, And in his in his good grace, he did come and pick me up as a good valued friend. So
very nice.
Props, Eric. Thank you for picking me up.
That's best man duties extending past the wedding.
Yes,
I mean,
it was. Yeah, it is.
I was shocked. I got.
Once you're best man, you kind of have permanent duties.
Yeah, I was gonna say like there's like a little
You're
bit
the
of
go-to.
like
You're the go-to guy. I saw that message come in, and I was like, normally, you
What
see
day
a
of the
message.
week is this, by the way?
This is a Friday night.
Oh, that's tough too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, if you can't do it, it's cool, dude. I just want to check before I spend money on an Uber.
I would say like Thursday, Tuesday, something like that. Like,
No,
all right,
it was
not
like
that
Friday at 10. He very well could have been out at the bar. Wouldn't have held
Could've
it
been drunk,
against him.
No,
you know?
exactly. Especially like last second, you're like, all right, well.
I was like, I'm just trying to save money
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Nope. Saw that message come in, responded instantly, and said, "I got you, bro."
He did.
All right, so
Find out who your friends are.
First takeaway here. Bad on you for missing your flight.
Yeah, for
Yep.
sure. Fucked
So-
up.
One demerit.
When there's plans already in place or something like that, like that's tough. It's like you are the one who caused the plan change.
Yeah. Agreed.
Now on the second note here, and
She did commit.
And you
I am
know-
also the one who suffered the hardship
Yes,
of the fuck
you
up.
did, but it
though,
was
as
also
well.
Yes.
you.
True.
Yeah.
But it's like not like it put her out.
No.
Yeah.
But you know this as guys, you had zero choice. You would have done it. You would have had to been there to pick her up if it was a reverse situation.
Oh, I said that I would have been there a half an hour before the
Yep.
plane landed.
Yep. You would have been pissed off and like I had plans. I didn't do the plans. Blah blah.
Yeah, no choice.
Yeah.
You zero option for you to miss that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Because
And
I'm gonna hear
when
about
it-
it for a month.
You'll never.
Men
not
get over
hear about
shit
it.
much
Yes.
quicker.
Yes, that's the biggest difference. Is that if it was reversed, you had no way to get out of that. You would have done it. You could have been pissed off, but then you would have got something flipped on you right away. And you're like, all right, I'm in the wrong somehow now.
Yep.
But in this situation, it's like, yep. It's just like, all right, I'll talk about it on the podcast in a little bit, and then now I'm done.
I'm sitting there at the airport fuming
Yep.
about that exact thing. I was
Yeah.
like, man, there is nothing. I mean, like, fucking, someone could be dying, and I'd still go and pick her
And
up.
then next day
Yeah.
happens, and you're like, whatever. I don't know.
Yep.
Eric got me. It's
Yeah.
fine.
It worked out. It was all right.
That's how quick our
Right.
guy brains just like get rid of it. All right,
Yeah.
next
It's
day.
like, all right, whatever.
I didn't stay at the airport that long, I guess.
I didn't talk to her much that night I got home.
Yeah.
But by the next morning, I was
That's
like,
what I'm saying, 'cause the
woke
next
up,
day-
I got a good night's sleep. I'm home.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
the
back
next
to
day, it's like
normal.
you
Like,
slept,
okay.
you're like, at the end of the day, you're like, all right, I'm home, whatever.
I'm like, do I really
It's
want
not
to have a
that big of
shitty weekend?
And that's the other thing, too. It's like, you know that like if you do this, it's like, no, I'm going to have a fight the entire weekend.
Yeah,
The
like
whole
there's no
week.
winning.
It's going to ruin my week.
She
Yeah.
did apologize and
That's
admit
good.
that it was like a selfish move.
That's good.
But she's like, but it might
That's
have
a
been
win. You
good for
take that
me.
win.
Yeah, I was like, okay, sure, I accept the
Yeah,
apology.
you
I was
take
like,
that
let's
win.
move
Yeah, as a
on.
guy, yeah,
that's
that's
as
the
good
best
as
you
I'm
get.
gonna
That's-
get.
There's
So-
no better. There's no
Yeah.
better.
You
You take that
accept
win,
that.
and then you just walk away. And
Yeah,
like, all
I
right.
was like, okay, well,
I came out net positive, I guess, in this.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
hopefully you don't have any trips back to Laredo.
Yeah,
anytime
yeah.
soon.
probably not. Hopefully.
Yeah.
You
You
might-
decline that next time.
They're like, the guy was joking. He's like, do you want to stay an extra week? I was like, absolutely not.
No. I mean, it would have been cool like if you were able to like go out and like party or something or like do something, but
Yeah,
They
just
never
wasn't-
give you
there wasn't
something
just
like
like
that.
much
It's
of
just
that going on.
not.
Dude, everyone spoke Spanish too. Like there was like
Because you're
the
right on the
waiters
border,
at,
right?
yeah, literally
Yeah.
right on the
Yeah.
border.
Yeah.
Like the waiters and waitresses at the restaurant spoke Spanish. The
Yeah.
menus were in Spanish. The only time I didn't even order for myself. I looked at the branch manager who'd been taking me out to lunch and dinner that whole week, and I was like, just order me something, please.
Dude, you know what sucks for you
Yeah.
too is that like they'll offer people like vouchers to give up their flight. You just missed it.
Yeah.
I got a $1,000 voucher for taking a 3-hour delay.
Damn.
yeah, like that's pretty nice.
Went to Europe with it.
That's pretty.
I would
nice.
love to do that.
Yeah, it was wonderful, and it was like I had nothing until the next day, so I'm like,
talked
all right,
about that.
instead of getting in at 7, I'll get in at 10.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Doesn't
for
matter.
a grand.
Yeah,
Okay.
for a grand, and like I had nothing going
Yeah,
on. That
and you were like what, like 22 at the time?
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
tons of money.
And I think
oh, you're loaded.
and I also think I landed, and I also still went
rich.
out. Like there was another
Yeah.
person from the plant. I'm just like, hey, like I just got in. Do you still want to go out? Yeah, sure, okay. So still
Partied
we're
up.
out. Yeah, still had a good time. Got a $1,000 voucher. Went to Europe.
Yep.
Yep.
Boom.
Sign me up for some of that.
We don't need to talk about it again, but you going on a solo trip to Europe is still crazy.
That is
It's fun.
impressive.
That's a crazy move.
It's a lot of wild times.
Sean, you had another question for us. You said you had something on your mind.
Okay.
This past week.
Yeah, so I was listening to this podcast, the Yak on Barstool, and they mentioned something about like if you were deaf and you farted, like would you even know? And
Yeah, you smell it,
yeah,
right?
well, no, but you would know that you farted, right? Because you would
Yeah, you
feel,
feel
it too.
it.
So it just got me thinking: if you were deaf or blind, what's the most embarrassing thing that you could do without like realizing it? Because I feel like you'd feel anything. Right? Yeah. So, like, is the most embarrassing thing you could do is, like, maybe, like, walk into, like, a women's bathroom?
Okay.
If you're a man,
blind, yeah,
like, you walk in, you try to go pee.
But then again,
like,
you're blind, so you're not seeing anything, and people probably, and you have the stick.
But it still is kind of, like, if you
they
walk
should
in,
have the braille on the door.
I feel like at that point, people would just be like, you're in the women's rooms.
But what if you walked in and, like, you pulled your dick out, and then, like, as that happened, a girl, like, came out of, like, the stall or something? I guess, actually, how do you find a urinal when you're blind? You just poke around?
I gotta believe you have someone lead you to the urinal, right?
No, I think you have your stick.
You think they go with a person every time?
I would love to know how a blind person just handles their life.
Yeah,
like, it seems
that's
like
a great
not being
question.
able to see is like the most critical disability.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather be in a wheelchair, paralyzed from the waist down, than not be able to see.
That's a solid debate, but I think I agree.
I kind of, I think I agree as well.
Being blind is tough.
But you can't feel anything.
Your
How do you
karma
use your phone?
multiplier is
like
through the roof if you're blind.
Especially if you can't have a smartphone, right?
No, they still have smartphones, but it's like everything is like
read
read
to
to
that
them.
voice command thing.
Yeah, like there's accessibility settings.
You have to do like Siri, like voice to text.
But yeah, it's just like it just reads everything on your screen. Like
you
just
can't get in
all the
trouble for
time.
distracted driving.
Well, you're not driving.
No,
exactly.
you're blind. I always found it kind of interesting that there would be like blind sports fans. It's like you can't watch the game.
Yes, you're just listening.
I always also
and just picturing what might be happening. Like
you just hope there's a good announcer,
and you're trying to picture what's going on in the book, and you're like, okay, this isn't really adding up to me. I gotta imagine it's like that times like 10.
You gotta have a good announcer
because at least I know, like in the book, they're trying to describe walking to a place. At least I know what that could be looking like.
Yeah.
I also feel like the same way with deaf people at like a concert, where like when you see like the videos of like the Eminem like sign language lady
Just
was like going
nuts.
ham. It's like I want to see someone in the audience being like, look at the sign language lady and be like,
I got like binoculars on her.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah, and like you have no idea like I guess you can kind of feel maybe the music from like the bass.
You feel the vibrations,
but like you're not getting like the tone, like
or the harmony of the melody or anything.
Can you get sarcasm in sign language? Like, do they have like a certain? Like,
I think so. Well, I think because the big part of sign language is like your facial expression with it.
True. Yeah. So they're like,
okay. Yeah.
So like, when
I gotta
like,
imagine there's a way.
You know, you can like figure it out.
Jerk off. Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
But okay. So, but to the question though, like, what is there? Like, what is the most embarrassing thing you could do? I think going into a women's bathroom, I think is only like the thing I could think of.
I mean, that would be.
I don't even think that's really embarrassing.
But like if you fart, you can hear it.
I think if you're a blind person,
feel it.
I think
either feel or hear, depending on your disability.
Depending on which one.
The blind person would be able to.
Well, if you're blind and you fart, there's no excuse. Like you didn't.
Oopsie, I'm blind.
I didn't know that no one else was around me.
Yeah.
I guess that's the only thing.
I didn't know you were here. Sorry.
Whoops.
Ripped ass.
Yeah, that was you.
Whoopsie.
I feel like you get away with a lot if you're blind. Like
unless you're
pretty much do whatever you want.
I say, like, what are they gonna say? Like, hey, deaf guy, you just farted all over the place. Like, yeah, dude, I have no ears. All right.
What are you gonna?
Fuck you.
You're gonna hassle the deaf guy.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to get in a fight with
You're
a
the
disabled person like
now.
that.
I'm trying to think of something more embarrassing you could do. I don't know, like. Step in dog shit or something, track it everywhere, maybe.
And you just don't realize.
Yeah,
that could be bad.
I don't know. Just walking into anything, I feel like if I had to be like,
you'd realize you did that though.
If I
real quick,
if I had to learn how to be blind,
embarrassing.
like every time I walked into something, I'd be so like, for fuck's sake, this sucks.
Like in the
just
cartoon
every
where
step of the way.
You step on a rake and it comes smash.
You go back and forth, just constantly hitting rakes. Like, goddamn.
Did you ever try that? Like as a kid, like
with
a rake?
It will fuck you.
It comes up quick.
It does.
Like if you step on it,
but like you step at it like from a distance. You're
like you're testing it out. Like you know what you're doing. But like, I'd test that out and be like,
cartoons are fucking funny, man.
That comes up fast.
If you were blind, but you somehow like knew about like the cartoons with the quicksand, would you be super afraid of quicksand?
Yeah.
Because like quicksand definitely seemed like it was gonna be a big deal, but like if you're blind and you can't see where you're going, like I'd be so nervous, like walk into quicksand constantly.
You're just walking along and all of a sudden your cane's like on and you're like,
what the fuck? What's going on? And then you
start sinking.
Based on cartoons, you would assume you would enter quicksand, like encounter it a lot more often than you do.
I also assumed that you'd be on fire a lot. They taught us stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, yet to be lit on fire as well.
Yeah, knock on wood for that,
But I mean, that's one of those things where it's like, if it does happen,
same with quicksand.
You do want to know what to do.
Do you know what to do in quicksand?
You
stay still, right?
And then wait for someone to toss you a rope or something.
If you panic, you tend to
because it's like as you move, you sink further. So you want to like I think it's like way.
But where's like our closest situation to quicksand?
Has some jungle
Africa?
somewhere.
Like I don't know.
Qatar?
Is there quicksand in the U.S.?
They're gonna have that. They're gonna have that going on during the World
I don't
Cup.
think there is. I don't think there's any quicksand in the U.S.
That would be interesting if you did like
Is
a
there any
sports match.
jungle in the U.S.? We have like woods and stuff. We don't have any jungle.
We have no
though.
jungles. No, we have no jungle. We have
Yeah.
zoos. San Diego Zoo.
I
That's
bet
the
you like
closest thing.
South America's got some quicksand.
Oh,
going
for sure.
on,
Yeah.
though.
I mean Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil's got quicksand.
Yeah, they definitely got quicksand. If I was like an evil villain, I would just have quicksand. Like instead of a moat, I just have a quicksand
yeah.
moat.
Quicksand would be like a scary way to go. Though.
Yeah, because people you learn about it so much, but then you just don't expect it. You just come in, you're like, "Fuck, what do I do now?"
Whoa.
What? We have quicksand?
We have quicksand in the U.S.
Where?
Damn.
Whoa.
Yellowstone.
Whoa, boy.
Is it Yellowstone?
Quicksand is a natural phenomenon.
Isn't it just like shifting plates?
Southern California is the most quicksand. It
Southern
says Southern
California.
California.
Like San Diego?
You go to
everything-
USC, you watch out for that quicksand.
Yeah.
Quicksand can develop from Alaska to Florida, but hotspots include the marshy coasts of the southeast, such as Florida and the Carolinas, and the canyons of southern Utah, northern Arizona,
They do have
and New
swamps
Mexico.
and stuff
Whoa,
in
they also
Florida.
So it
just
is
said California.
all over the place.
California
I'm a
has
little
the
freaked
most.
out.
And then
Little freaked out.
oh, we also talked about this before. I mean, so Florida just has everything. They got meth heads, they
Yeah.
got bears, and now they got quicksand,
Got alligators.
alligators, snakes.
That's what I like about Michigan. It might be cold. It might have shitty roads, but we don't get natural disasters, and we don't have quicksand.
Yeah.
We don't have poisonous spiders. You know, we don't have tarantulas.
If
We don't have
you've
any of that
watched
bullshit.
Any movie that's about a natural disaster, Michigan always like Day After Tomorrow, the snow and everything came in.
Yeah.
Michigan was fine.
Michigan always is all right. In
Yeah,
those
we're
always
projections.
okay.
It's all right.
And it's a good defensible position.
Yeah,
we're
we're surrounded by
peninsula.
water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
good
if in
spot.
case there was some kind of like hostile takeover by Russia or some shit, Michigan would be good and defensible.
For sure.
They said, in general, quicksand can appear when two conditions are present: sand and a source of rising water.
Rising water.
Wait, so is quicksand like the same thing when you're at like the beach and like you put your foot in the water, like on like
Yeah,
the
like
sand, and then the
sucks your
water
foot
comes
up.
in, and then as soon
That's
as the
like
water comes
technically
in, it goes.
quicksand, I think. Yeah.
Oh wow! So we've all experienced quicksand.
All right. So
To a small degree.
Yeah. So that's the big. Everyone's talking about how no one's had quicksand. We've all had quicksand.
here's another question that's answered here. Can you really drown in quicksand?
I gotta imagine it's yes.
Would you call it drowning?
I guess that's the
I call
technical
it like
term.
suffocation, which I guess is drowning.
Here's what it says. Is quicksand actually as dangerous as advertised? Nope. Quicksand, that is, sand that behaves as a liquid when it is saturated with water, can be a mucky nuisance, but it's basically impossible to die in the way that is depicted in movies. That's because quicksand is denser than the human body.
Oh,
So
so
you
you're
just
not gonna
naturally
sink.
float?
So we're all right.
So you're
Yeah.
buoyant.
Yeah,
so like you can go down a little bit, but
Yeah, like you'd really have to fuck
Well,
it.
I feel a little bit let down then.
I agree.
I feel better knowing all that now.
I do
There's
quicksand.
really no fear.
but at the bottom,
no
it's
worries of
snakes.
quicksand. No worries about
That'd be
it.
fucked up.
Yeah, fuck. All right, so
Spikes,
quicksand's nothing. It's
spikes at the bottom.
I'll do a quicksand like pit, like somehow do a quicksand, and then as you go, once you get sucked through it, you go into a spike pit.
You know what's more scary than that? Then is the undertow.
Yeah, because that'll drag you
That'll
out.
fuck you up.
That's actually killed people.
Yeah, a lot.
Not just in movies.
And I feel like it's like a Stefan like bit of like New York's hottest club. You go through some quicksand.
Yeah, and just go down to the bottom. New York's hottest club is called.
I'll tell you right
just
now,
walk
in
into
Super
some
Mario
quicksand.
World, desert level, quicksand will fuck you right up.
Yeah, of
Kill
course
you,
it does.
kill
In the
you
games,
instantly.
Quicksand apparently is only really
You gotta
something
jump
bad,
repeatedly to get out of
but
it.
it's only bad in fictional scenarios.
Yeah, it's only in movies and video games.
Yeah.
No, they really
Otherwise-
Real life, quicksand, nothing.
No worries
wow.
about it.
And we've all experienced it.
crisis averted.
No
we
worries
just
about it at all.
debunked a couple myths right now.
You know what?
And
guys-
people say you
you're
don't
welcome.
learn
This
something
is a
from
good
this
informative
podcast.
episode of this
you're,
podcast.
You're welcome.
you're very, I mean,
If-
everyone who's wondering.
Sleep
If
easy.
you die in quicksand, though, do not sue us. We are not responsible.
To be
for
fair,
any
you're a
quicksand
statistical
deaths.
Anomaly.
anomaly.
Anonymonopoeia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Onomatopoeia, yeah.
I want to get to this next
That's
topic,
something
though.
different.
Yeah.
So a few weeks ago, I was out at a bar in Detroit called Harry's. Really good spot.
Yeah, right by LCA.
Yeah, right by LCA. And I was there on a date, and we had gotten up, gone to the bathroom, and we came out, and all of a sudden the bar.
Both went to a bathroom?
Well, we went to coordinating bathrooms, men's and women's. Come back out, and the bar is a lot fuller than where it was when.
How long were you in the bathroom?
Well, like a minute or two, and like all of a sudden, but it was like people were coming in, and we're like, "What's going on here?"
Did you lose your seat?
Like almost. Like we had our luckily had our like jackets
like
and drinks, and it was like we were able to get them back, but all of a sudden now there was people around us.
Yeah.
And
it was from like a nice, just cozy environment to like people.
Yeah, to it was like almost like, should we get out of here because it's like kind of like they might be closing up, but no. So we started chatting up with this guy who was like next to us, and he was a pretty nice guy. And he goes, and I asked him, I said, well, look, what's the deal? Like, where did all you come from? Like, what just let out of LCA?
Where
Obviously, some event just let out. Wasn't a Red Wings game because there was no one in Red Wings jerseys. It wasn't a Pistons game. No one was in Pistons jerseys. Okay. So
that knocks out two of the biggest reasons.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, it was a concert. What was the concert? And he goes, we just saw the Eagles.
Okay.
A nice classic band.
Yeah.
Right? Are they all still live?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like that'd be a band that someone would be.
That's the 70s, you know.
I think
they're probably pretty old.
So I'm saying, I feel like one person would be dead at least.
I feel like the main,
drummer.
the main person's.
Sucks when it's the lead singer.
Yeah, but I feel like it's usually like the drummer, like the main guitarist.
But here's what this guy. So I asked this guy though, right? And I go, obviously, they closed with Hotel California.
That's not a closing song.
You don't think so?
No,
that's their biggest song.
Too
though.
long.
You think?
Yeah, but that's not it's just not like you want your closing song should be a more upbeat one.
I guess
that's not a closing song. That's like maybe a start off, but again, I think you want upbeat. That's like, I think a middle.
All right, go ahead, Eric.
I fully expect him to be like, oh, you know, they like that was their second to last song or the last song. I was honestly expecting it to be the last song. It's their biggest song. It's like their best song. Like I think by far.
I think it's Eagles. So overrated. I do not like Hotel California.
This guy straight up.
They have other big names. Other
Take
big
It
songs.
Easy.
Yeah, Take It Easy.
Yeah, I was shocked though.
In the fast lane.
This guy goes.
Oh, yeah.
They opened with Hotel California.
See, I didn't expect that.
So
what Sean did though.
No, I said I think
crazy.
I could see it being more of an opening. More of an opening than a closer.
That's crazy. You show up 10 minutes late to that concert and you go, what did I miss? And they go, you missed Hotel California. I want a refund, dude. What the fuck?
I mean,
I can't open with Hotel California.
I think it makes more sense in the middle. I think your opening and your final song should be like
upbeat, lively, get the energy going.
Like, yeah, you want the first one to be like getting people ready for the whole concert, and then you want your last one to be like a last hurrah, like we're going out with a bang, type thing.
But I think like Hotel California, though, I think like it ends like it's a long song. You can like really jam it out at the end. I think.
You can, but I'm just saying it's a.
You know, and I think that's what I would expect to happen.
Take It Easy though is a much more like.
Yeah, you should have asked what they actually did close with.
Yeah. Do you know?
No, but I can look it up.
Oh.
I can look it up. Continue with your hot take.
I think that like Take It Easy makes sense to be like a closing song for the Eagles.
That's my favorite Eagles song, so I'd be happy wherever
Hotel
you
California
put it.
Is solid, but I mean, I think it's a good like closing song. I think that's actually a better opening song.
I got a couple hot takes about music, real quick.
Okay,
Hotel California and Bohemian Rhapsody are the two most overrated songs.
Is it because they're overplayed though?
I just don't like them that much.
But is it because you just hear it so long?
Like they're different and okay or whatever. I see what you're doing. Especially, I do not care for Bohemian Rhapsody. Hotel California, I'll listen to.
But if Bohemian Rhapsody,
I'm turning.
You don't sing it.
No,
I feel like that's impossible. If Bohemian Rhapsody comes on and you don't sing a single part of it.
It's like
I get it, but it's never a song I play.
It's not a top 10 Queen song for me.
They have a very nice.
I like
it's
Queen.
A very weird, bizarre.
I don't like that.
But I'm just saying, like, if that song comes on, I don't know how you don't at least sing like a portion, like one of like the
I'm
15.
Something.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's just like a weird song. Like it's never something I choose to like.
I agree.
Like,
I'm not gonna play it. Yeah, I'm not gonna play it.
I'm never interested in hearing it. Like it's just.
On that note, that should also not be a closing song. I feel like you'd want to do like Bicycles. Or Fat Bottom Girls, like that's like for that.
Yeah. We Are the Champions.
We Are the Champions. Is
We Are the
Champions
is actually that's the one to close with. For the Eagles, they open with Hotel California.
Oh, yeah.
Hotel Cal. Well, yeah, they are kind of combined anyway.
Yeah.
So, Hotel California. It almost makes sense to open. I'm getting so like I can't get off Queen. Start with We Will Rock You.
End with We Are the Champions.
Concert, end with We Are the Champions. I think that makes that makes sense.
Not bad at all.
Like that We Will Rock You. That's a good starter.
Bohemian Rhapsody should be in the center of that set list.
Yeah.
All right. So the Eagles though, this is their set list. They play 28 songs in their concert.
They have the same. set list for like everything?
Yeah, usually bands when they go on a tour, they have a pretty consistent set list. So this is at least their set list from
I don't
their
play
show.
the full song every time.
This is at least from their show on April 23rd. So pretty recently. They opened with Hotel California. Take It Easy is 11.
Okay.
And
What's
then
their closer?
they end their encore. They play Rocky Mountain Way, which is a Joe Walsh song.
Not even their
Desperado.
song. That was on their top 5.
Desperado is okay.
Then play The Boys of Summer by Don Henley.
What?
And then end on Best of My Love.
You got the best of my
That's
love.
not bad, but I just.
But like that, you're saying that's better to end on than Hotel California?
I think.
I don't know.
I know. I think Take It Easy makes sense for that.
I think Hotel California
That's like their
is
first
the
big
song
hit.
you've got to be.
Hotel
ending
California, though, it's too slow for an ender.
on. No, I think that's what the fans been waiting
Them
for.
adding in 2 different covers is crazy
in their
to me.
encore.
Yeah, really.
It is crazy.
Your encore should be your songs.
I think for me, it's like Hotel California is just such a classic, good song that it's just like you wait until the end of the show to play it.
But
Like if
maybe-
Rolling Stone does top 100 songs of all time and Hotel California is in there, that's the only one I'd expect to be in there from the Eagles.
Wait.
They wouldn't have Take It Easy up higher. Hotel California is up there in like the 60s
But
or something, and no one's saying shit about
But
it
Hotel
being on
California,
that list.
I could see Hotel California being your end of your main set, but your encore needs to be more upbeat. You're coming back on stage. You don't come back on stage and then do
Okay.
a slow song.
Okay. End of the main set. I'd be fine with it there. I just think opening with that song is so.
It's slow, but I think
fucking mind
but
to be opening that.
to
I've been
your
thinking
point,
about it
though-
for weeks.
But to your point, though, I think you're playing it because it's like, hey, we want to get everyone like hooked on, like, hey, this is what you
Yeah.
came to see.
Hey,
This
we're
is
at the Eagles. Yeah.
You better not
This is
show
the
up late.
fucking Eagles.
Like, what do you think's like a comparable? Like, do you think like Eminem
Like
starting with
Zeppelin-
"Lose Yourself"
Zeppelin
is like
closing
what are you
with,
doing starting with this?
Stairway to Heaven, maybe, or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. They open with.
It's also such a long song just to
Yeah.
be starting.
I
with.
think it's about the same as Hotel California.
True. Although I guess also in concert, I feel like they always cut songs short. Like you don't put everything in.
But you got to start with
I think it
something
depends on the
like,
artist.
You got to do something up.
Depends
to
on
me,
the
it's you
artist.
gotta do
Depends on
something
the
upbeat and
artist.
something that everyone knows.
Depends on the artist and depends on like how many songs they have to get through.
Yeah.
Like if it's if you're going to see Tommy Two Tone, then he's definitely getting through Jenny. I got your number.
Nothing else.
He's
Probably
definitely playing the full
I
song.
heard-
Maybe playing it twice.
I saw on VH1 one time there was a not Scorpions, whatever the fucking band that sings the Final Countdown.
Final countdown.
They opened with it and closed with it.
Is
I
that
don't hate it.
is that not Scorpion?
No, it's not the Scorpions.
God, I
but,
forget who it is. It's not Scorpions, but it's either way they opened it. Yeah,
That is a
open
good
and
open
closed it.
song.
When you're such
Good
a-
opening, but if you open with it, you don't close with it.
yeah.
Oh, it's
You can't
by,
play the same song twice.
by Europe.
Europe.
Okay.
I wanted to say that, but
See.
it sounded wrong.
Yeah, but like that's their only big hit.
They have
So
nothing else?
Them playing it twice,
I thought they had another big one.
maybe, but like either way,
It's something
I
you
don't
say
hate 'em
Eminem.
doing that.
Eminem has so many big songs that I don't think that there's like a wrong choice. Where
Yeah.
I think with the Eagles, Hotel California is definitely their biggest song.
Yeah, they need to be
So like
pushing
that's
that
a little bit
later.
tougher.
Eminem was like Elton
set
John,
list.
where it's like you could go to the concert and he could play only hits, and you still might not hear your favorite.
Oh no,
song.
yeah, no, for
Yeah.
sure. I feel like to your like in the same rap, if 50 Cent did Into Club.
Oh, if he opens with Into Club,
because that to me is like his
Oh,
probably
fuck
his biggest
that.
song, and I
Yeah.
think that's a little bit more equivalent.
Yeah.
Where like he's had a lot of other big songs, but like that's
Yeah.
his like biggest.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good one.
You
So if
just
you
don't-
did 50 Cent, he starts with Into Club, you're gonna be like, oh man, missed it.
yeah,
Is Usher opening with Yeah? If
Yeah.
you go to a concert?
yeah.
No.
You can't.
I don't know because Usher's
He's
also,
got a ton of hits, but you can't be
but that's
starting
also
with yeah.
different because Usher's R&B, which is a slower genre to begin with. So
can't be
you're not
starting with
maybe
Yeah.
doing like
He can start
upbeat
with
the
My
entire
Way.
time. Maybe I was gonna say Confessions.
You could start. No, I think Confessions you got to push deeper.
I think it's a
in.
little bit farther in too.
Yeah.
Whereas like Lil Jon just started with Get Low.
Dude, you can't.
He's
Can't,
came
man.
in Get
And
Low.
I feel like that's what the
Get
Eagles are
low,
doing
get
here with
low,
Hotel
get low.
California.
Again,
Blows my mind.
Yeah, I
What are
mean,
you doing? I'd be pissed
it's
if I
an
showed up to that
interesting
concert
opening
late.
it's interesting,
choice,
but I also
yeah.
think that you put some of your most well known songs at the beginning and the end. Because that's what everyone you want to make
Yeah,
sure
your
people get in
middle
there
is
You
for.
where
do.
the
Your
lull
middle-
is,
You want
exactly,
to
yeah.
you want to start off on a good note.
Exactly. So
You
Hotel
know?
California makes sense in a sense.
Makes sense in a sense, yeah.
Two different words, two
Yeah.
different versions of the same word.
Yeah, and then you have $1.
Yeah.
So much sense.
No, maybe just like 25 cents. I don't know. Quarter. Anyways,
Yeah. So
I agree.
that's-
It's a little odd, but like I think it kind of makes sense. To me, the biggest thing, the biggest issue with what you said is that they did 2 covers in their encore.
They did more than that through the set list.
Well, but in the set
That's
list,
what happens when you're a popular band and you only have a select few hits.
Yeah, that's true. But I also think though, like in the set list, you can have other covers. Like that makes sense. I think everyone does it.
They have a Steve Young cover, Jack Tempchin cover,
I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
a Joe Walsh cover. They played 3 covers in a row.
But
and then they end on Heartache Tonight is where their main set opens.
To me though, covers in
there's
a
got to be
concert,
something more going on.
Covers in a concert makes sense,
Yeah, I love seeing a cover in a concert.
especially if they do it well.
Yeah, but I
You
only
could be like Five Finger Death Punch and only do covers.
You can-
give me one cover in your set. I don't need more than that.
Justin Timberlake did an awesome cover of Cry Me a River mixed with Forgot About Dre. It was so good. I
See,
wish I
yeah.
recorded that.
I love when they do something creative, something new.
If
like
you
that.
do, like a little combo, and then one like that, you like played it to your audience because you're in Detroit. So like, I'm gonna play a Detroit guy here.
Yeah,
It makes a lot of sense, but that one was really good. But yeah, I don't know. I'm fine with covers as long as like they're done well. You do something a little bit different with it. If you do a straight cover,
Yeah. Well, the Eagles, Hotel California. The Eagles as a band are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is a good museum. Let's get into some hot toppings. We're going to start with this one. I'm really excited. I saw this news story, and it's so insane to me, some of the things they put in museums.
Have you seen the Selfie Museum at 12 Oaks?
Oh my God.
I walked by it the other day.
That's
Yeah.
a thing?
It's like $15 apparently to get in,
And yeah,
Wow.
you just
and it's just
can
like
do selfies
yeah,
in front of
that's
it.
all it is. It's just like frames, I guess, or like backgrounds for selfies.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Which, hey,
$15 to get in.
I might need to go there. Up my dating profile.
That is ridiculous.
Don't do that. That's insane.
I don't think you want to do selfies. You want to do like have someone else taking pictures of you.
Yeah, you want it to be like a
You
candid
know.
shot.
Yeah. And then just be like, oh, what?
What?
Selfie Museum, though.
You caught me.
Selfie Museum.
Selfie Museum is insane. How about this museum, though? A museum in London has been able to secure an artifact to put on display. It is the Victor Wind Museum of Curiosities. They have acquired a penis of a man that became erect while being executed by hanging in the 18th century.
How in the hell would you get hard getting hung?
Hold on, dude. Auto asphyxiation?
So
a
this
whole
guy's
thing.
like this. And when was this? In the what?
1800s.
So it's the
And he
1800s.
discovered autoerotic
Exactly.
asphyxiation.
The artifact was removed from an 18th
How is
century
that an
Englishman
artifact?
who was
The artifact.
hanged.
You cut the man's dick off.
That's what I want to know. Like, this could be any penis.
and preserved it.
This could be any penis.
Deaths by hanging often report to be followed by a boner, a phenomenon known as angel lust. Typically, it's caused by pressure the noose is putting on the cerebellum, causing the nerves to become excited.
Yeah,
Wow.
So the whole science behind getting a boner, getting choked, that's been around now for a while. Like I think everyone knows about that.
Yeah.
I don't understand what do you determine about this penis from any other erect? Like why you could go to any morgue and just take I'm gonna cut off this dead penis
It's such a
and just
fucking
erect it.
Why'd they
crazy
do
move.
it?
I agree with
That's
that
what
too.
I'm saying.
I think you do it for
like
the
they
story.
had to hang this guy and then be like, you know what? Let's cut off his dick and preserve it
Yep.
and put it in a museum.
Also,
What the fuck are we doing?
Humans are fucked up,
you had to
man.
artificially make it erect again, right? As soon as the blood is gone from your body, even rigor mortis, like I don't think you can keep a dick stiff. It's not bones.
That's another question.
Yeah.
If you die with an erection, does it stay erect?
Well, but it's all blood, and if your blood, I guess you don't lose your blood depending on how you die. So you're not dying. You're not losing your blood there.
This is considered the
What happens to your blood? Hold on. What happens to your blood when you die? Like not of something that takes out your blood.
It all comes out your butt.
You just poop it out.
Yeah,
You
it just
poop out
flows
blood.
out like a
Just
river.
everyone has a
you
period.
do void
Yeah.
your bowel, but
Do you void all your blood?
This artifact is no, it just stays in you and dries up. I guess I don't know.
yeah, eventually.
The world's this is known as the world's longest standing erection.
Perfect.
Has he called his doctor?
Yeah, it's been over 4 hours.
It's been over 4 hours. You gotta call a doctor, man. You're gonna have problems.
How much do you think the museum paid for this?
Too much money.
Hold on, they are renting this artifact. By the way,
it from,
they're not owning this. This is just renting it
Ravel?
for a year.
$250,000.
No, way more. It's
They're just renting it.
I'll say $50 million.
That's
oh,
crazy.
No
No
fucking way.
It's probably something. It's gonna be something stupid. It's gonna be in the millions for sure.
128,000.
Okay, not
Okay, so yeah,
that's actually not as bad as I thought.
To only rent it for a year.
You could go and just cut off the penis of any fucking dead body.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. It's the museum is renting the erection. The erection is valued at 128,000.
Oh, so they're renting it for
Erection.
even less.
Yeah, so they're not paying that much. But if you want it, 128,000.
128 grand for a petrified erection.
If
Honestly,
I was
so
dead
that's
for
something
like
too, it probably
200
looks so
years and
weird.
someone was like, "Hey,
Your dick's worth 128
your
grand.
dick's
should
in a
actually feel-
museum for more than you ever made in your lifetime,"
I'd be like, okay,
Also,
cool.
I'd be
Also,
like, "What the fuck are you guys doing with my dick
Eric,
after I'm being hanged?"
you're also making more than 128,000 in your lifetime.
Not in the 1800s.
In the
you are.
1800s?
You're right.
Yeah,
That's
that's like
like
me.
$2 a day back then.
That's like my dick being worth like $2 billion in
I don't think
the future.
I don't think inflation's that much.
I mean, I feel like it is for this guy.
Two
Yeah.
billion? 1800s to now, 2 billion.
In the 1900s, they were
I'm
making
interested.
$5 a week.
I think it's a couple.
know?
Like it's in the 100 millions. No way. It's.
I
2
remember
billion.
watching 310 to Yuma, which took place in like the early 1900s, and the guy Christian Bale saying he made $2 a day. So I don't know how accurate that is, but either way, that's like
I think that was the famous like Henry Ford in like the 1900s,
I mean,
like paid
yeah,
his
paid
workers
nothing.
$5 a week
I don't know. I feel like 2 billion is way too high.
for their production line.
Anyway,
it's a
though,
lot though. Either way, 100 million at least.
how much would it? I guess it wouldn't suck for this guy, but like, what if your dick was tiny? And it's like you're
Dude, that
you got
sucks
an
so
erect penis, but
bad.
it's like, oh yeah, this is also like a 2-inch dick. It's just sitting there, just like, boop. Like the dick
That's
size
not the one
and
that
like
you
human
choose
size.
to cut off.
No,
That's
right?
like, you know,
but
you
if it's like, hey, this is the
you
first
choose,
guy who
like,
got
an
a boner from
impressive, like,
doing this.
8-incher.
Yeah, just like sitting there's a big old hammer.
Yeah, that's the one you choose to put in the museum.
Did
yeah.
dick size go with like height size as human evolution went on, where like people got taller? Did dicks get bigger? I feel like it would. They go hand in hand in a sense.
Yeah,
Not in
possibly
a sense,
so.
but like you would think that like you're weeding out. I guess if you're going to taller humans.
dick size has got to be pretty random though, right? Like
I mean, you would think, but
I
I
think
would
it's just
also.
genetics.
But yeah, but
Just
so is height. Height's genetics.
yeah.
And if like we've
Jesus.
grown since then, you would think. When do you think like dick size would have gone since then? Are you looking at this?
Picture of the dick looks about as what
damn,
you'd expect a
it's-
200-year-old
it's
dick to look like.
circumcised.
It is very veiny.
Good eye.
Oh, that skin could have just fallen off.
Good eye. This guy knows his dicks.
Yeah, you know your dicks.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't. That looks like.
I mean, you have no idea.
It looks like a circumcised dick.
It's very gray.
Yeah.
It might just be an alien penis.
I am sorry if you guys are watching the video. I'm not editing that into the video.
Yeah, you should throw it in there.
I'm not going to put it in.
Just throw it in there for people to see.
Don't want this to get flagged for nudity.
You don't want it to get demonetized.
No, because
Yeah, I can't lose that monetization.
No, because it's learning.
Yeah.
Oh, that's art.
Yeah,
It's in a museum.
it actually is art. It is art.
In a museum. It's an artifact.
Yeah.
You got that video of Lady Gaga walking around naked on
Oh, Jesus.
YouTube. So
Is that from the VMAs when she was in?
no, it's like this random weird video. She's like in the woods,
where
walking
she's just
around
like
nude.
yelling and then like sitting
it's
on like an ice
and
block.
they said it's art, so they kept it in there.
That's crazy.
Interesting. There's a better look at it for you guys.
Okay,
here
so
in studio.
it's actually like a looks like
That's
it's
a pretty
a-
good size.
It looks like a
schlong
decent boner.
Although, so I wonder.
That's why they took it.
They were
Because
like,
it looks like there's
"Whoa."
extra stuff in there. Did they
This
take it like from
guy's-
the insides? Is that how we should be measuring our dicks now?
That's the testicles.
All right, I can't fully see from here. Oh, so they got the whole thing? No, because I mean they had to get the taint too.
I don't know. I think in like whatever preserving process they did, I think has like left some excess.
I'm just saying. So like,
Around
It
the
looks like the
base.
testicles to me.
I don't think that looks like testicles.
yeah, it doesn't. Not from here. You said it. And I was like,
Preserved
maybe I missed
testicles.
it. Did it say
Yeah.
it?
I don't
No,
know.
this is
It's something though.
yeah, it doesn't say.
It's like a. Maybe it's just like they put that on there as like a stand to hold it up. That's like the base.
It's possible. I think it's just however they preserved it back then, and I think that's just left over from that.
Well, I'm wondering
But,
if they took like the entire. Because like a clit is supposed to have like its nerves go all the way down like the vagina.
yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
wonder if that's like the penis, like it has like.
They say your penis, the length of your penis, like whatever it is on the outside, it has like an equal amount inside.
Okay, so like
I've
if
heard
you're
of that
like
too,
if you're
yeah.
like 4 inches on the outside, you're 8 inches.
You're 8 inches, bro.
Oh baby,
Dude, you're
We're
halfway
in
to double
business!
digits.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. So
No such thing as a micro penis.
No,
no.
not when you take it all into
Now we
account.
take it all.
Well, then again,
You know,
the
you can still
micropenis is
only
pretty
be about
small, so if it's
2
like
inches.
an inch out, then it's
Yeah,
2
like,
inches still a micro
Still
penis.
small.
Yeah.
Not to body shame anyone. If you guys got a small dick, I'm sure there's someone out there for you who will appreciate it.
Yeah, it's all good. And you never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, geez, I don't. When I die, I want my penis with me. I think.
Yeah.
Fuck
Hold
it.
on.
I don't really care.
You don't care?
Also,
you think like
I'm
throw that
fucking
bitch in a
dead,
museum?
whatever.
Also, like,
I'm dead. Do whatever you want.
I kind of agree with that too. It's like I'm dead. Like I don't care what you do with my body. But don't you think like it's a little bit of like, hey, my penis is preserved.
That's bragging,
pretty
right?
Sick. Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, you're up in heaven. You're like,
Yeah.
hey, check that out.
Is your dick in a museum? Oh, okay.
Didn't
do you
think so.
Do you have the longest boner of all time?
Yeah.
Mine's in a museum.
Like think about like the first
Dude,
porn
how much
star
would
to
you
go
hate
to
being-
heaven, and then you're just like, oh yeah, you're like a well-known porn star. Like, yeah, dude, I had a 6-inch dick. It was awesome back in the 1900s. Cool. Well, I'm in a museum, so
Yeah.
who's better?
Yeah. Dude, I would hate to be. You're sitting next to that guy in heaven. He's like, look what they're doing with my dick now.
Hey.
And he's just like-
128,000.
You're just like, you see how much fucking money that's worth?
Yeah. Know how much? You know what that was in your time?
You know, what's your boner
Millions
worth?
of dollars.
Yeah.
What's your boner worth?
Yeah.
I don't nothing.
Except for when they start getting like porn stars from now going up there, like, yeah, no, I made $1 million off my OnlyFans. Fuck.
Yeah.
Shit. Damn, you're right.
Although if you subscribe to most of the rules that God has set out for us, I feel like porn stars have disqualified themselves with copious amounts of premarital sex.
Maybe. What if it's
Maybe a little too much.
What if it's a solo only porn star? Like OnlyFans, I feel like you can do solo.
There's probably loopholes
Yeah.
here, but
or anal only.
Hold on.
God doesn't like that either. Though,
I'm looking
from
into
what
your
I understand.
I don't know.
here.
That's what the Christians
They
say.
say something about. I'm pretty sure sodomy is mentioned in the Bible.
Let me check what you did in your
They did
lifetime
burn
here.
down Sodom and Gomorrah pretty good, you know. So
I just like that there was a city that was named for like anal sex.
I'll tell you right now, if I could visit any city, past or present, it's definitely Sodom.
Oh, it sounds like
That's
it was like
where the
Vegas.
party's
It was
at.
Vegas before Vegas.
That is
baby.
where the party's at.
Yeah. Like they went down there. They just had a good old time.
Like you got to check out this
Yeah.
city, Sodom.
Guys, you can do anything.
The
you
Romans
want
are like,
there.
we're having way too much fun there. We are
Yeah.
we are raising this city.
We are learning about butts here. The next hot topping here, speaking of butts, a man got a 4-pound dumbbell stuck in his butt.
That's
Tyler, you're no stranger
Tyler.
to the gym.
Yeah.
Really break this down. Like, what do you think happened?
I don't know how
here?
you could possibly get that up your ass.
It's only a 4-pounder.
4-pounder still has a
still has a
knob
good
on the
knob
end
on it.
where
Still
it's like, I don't
solid.
know how on
Well,
earth. That is not the first thing that man has put up his ass.
No, that you work yourself into that.
Yeah, that's like an advanced.
Was
level.
the dumbbell like the classic like molded in ones, or was it one that he could stick just like the handle up and then he put
Where's
4 pounds at the
where's
bottom?
the X-ray?
No, that's pretty big.
Yeah, but no, that doesn't have a big knob on it. You have something that popped up on it,
Oh, all right. Well,
but that doesn't like the knobs aren't that big.
yeah,
That looks like a bone.
yeah. It doesn't
Dude,
seem
that
like
is
too crazy.
fucking huge. What are you talking
It's
about?
definitely a large piece to start
okay,
off
hold on.
with.
I agree.
but once you get past that, I
Look
think
at
it's
his
smooth sailing.
leg bone.
But
right
have you
there.
seen? There's
It's big.
people who stick like a fucking 2-liter bottle up their ass.
Okay, I'm not saying that it's obviously not physically impossible, but like that
Yeah.
is something you work towards.
That
Is
is
that something you work towards?
that's
If you're that guy,
yeah.
that's a tough day on the job as a porn star.
Yeah, when you got to take the 4-pound dumbbell, you're like,
it's a tough
can
day
we
on the
just-
job as an emergency surgeon.
No, but I'm
too.
saying,
Yeah.
but that
fucking
That's
funny.
not
that
great.
width right there, that's not. I don't think that's
Oh, you're
that
like
much.
a girl porn star.
Yeah,
you're
that's what I'm saying. Well, maybe a guy.
Yeah,
That's not that. That's not that. Like that to me is like that's a massive dong. Just a big old.
I
I
don't
mean, we'd
think
have to
it's-
see it like right here in front of us. I feel like that's
Yeah.
bigger than
compared
looking
to
at it
average
in this
massive
X-ray.
compared to
dong.
that old boner, maybe it's about the same size.
That was
How
bigger.
how embarrassing though is it to go into the ER and be like, hey, what are
Dude,
you here for?
anything stuck
I have
in
a
your butt.
fucking
Anything shoved
dumbbell
up
up
your
my
ass.
ass.
Yeah,
Anything.
you do
That's
not
true.
want to go to the hospital walking all weird, being like, "Hey,"
How do you get the
Hey.
whole
and
thing up there?
and you know what? And you know,
week.
and you know you're not
if
the,
not more often.
You're not the first priority when
No.
you get in there. You have to deal with people who are bleeding.
Someone just got
or having,
shot,
like, yeah, like no,
stabbed.
you get to sit there with that dumbbell
Yeah.
up your ass
Think about
for
what
a
you
couple
did.
hours.
They,
Like, you're last.
Yeah.
For being an idiot.
Yeah, and we're telling everyone, hey, dumbbell up the ass guy. You're back here now.
Dude, here's what's hilarious. So here's the story. Doctors
That's
were
not the funny part.
Doctors were shocked to find an 8-inch dumbbell lodged in a male patient's rectum
That's a big
after
dick. That's
he
just a big dick.
arrived at A&E complaining of cramps and severe constipation.
Oh, he didn't even tell them? He didn't
I
tell
have
them it
some
was a
cramps.
dumbbell?
Dude, you just walk in and you're just like, I think my back's
Yeah, they're like,
hurting, my butt, something's
okay.
going on.
Here is a laxative. Like, I don't think that's gonna be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no,
I
guys,
think,
it
I think
feels
you
like-
should
it
take
feels
a
like
look.
I got about-
There might be something else.
Feels like there's about
Yeah.
4 pounds of something in me that I got to get out.
Bro, medics found him uncooperative while he was being examined, so decided to
Uncooperative.
x-ray his abdomen.
Jesus.
They were like, just take some laxatives. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. And you're like,
Guys, it's something different.
you're
It's
being
something different.
uncooperative. So let's just go ahead and get you to the...
So why don't you just tell
the
us what's
X-ray.
going on here, dude?
What'd you stick up your ass? But also, how do you get
Wow.
the entire thing up your ass? Like, how wouldn't
You leave the last, like, there's 2
Yeah.
knobs on it. Leave the other
Yes.
knob out so you can pull
make
it out
it like
of your
a
mouth.
make it like a
Metal.
it's a metal one. Okay, see, no, that okay.
Fuck that, dude.
But do you see that again? That is more. That's that's just a big dong.
That
Yeah,
is
it's just a big dick.
huge, dude.
No, but that's not the knobs though are not as big as what I think you were
yeah,
picturing.
it's manageable, I think.
yeah, and it's also not like that rubber that's
It's
gonna
not
definitely
ideal.
get
and it's
stuck.
kind of ribbed there. It might have
Ribbed
felt
for
kinda
his
good
pleasure.
For the
Ripped,
guy.
ripped for his
Yeah.
pleasure, yeah.
But how you should definitely keep like like the last like
Oh,
bit
that's
out.
brutal. Yeah, for sure. You gotta
Like,
be able
how
to
does sticking it up
extract
anymore gonna help your pleasure?
man.
risk losing it.
When medics at the hospital in Manaus, Brazil, were unable to coax
Brazil.
the object out using tweezers,
Quicksand and
they resorted to a
dumbbells.
more brutal method and opted for a manual extraction.
What do they do? They just put it their hand.
yeah, they put their hand up.
God.
Also, at that point though, like you already have a 4-pound
Jesus
dumbbell up, like
Christ.
a fist is gonna be nothing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's a walk in the park.
That's it.
The surgery involved a surgeon inserting their hand up to the forearm to get a grip on the item.
That
Jesus Christ.
I would be like, I don't get paid enough for this.
They said despite the location of the object being considered high, manual transanal extraction was chosen, inserting the surgeon's forearm with some difficulty without post-extraction complications.
With some difficulty.
Yeah.
Do you think this dude's
Unreal.
taint ripped?
He definitely had some pain, for sure.
Also,
How
can't
old do you
imagine.
think how old do you think the guy was?
I'm gonna guess 25. Some
I was
young
gonna say,
idiot.
like 27.
Stupid. 22.
yeah.
Yeah, some young idiot. He was 54 years old.
Yeah. Wow.
You would think you'd learn by then.
Maybe experienced by then.
Maybe
Like,
maybe he's been
54
like
years
closet,
old.
like hasn't just had anything up his ass, and he's like, you know what,
No.
I'm at 50 now.
I
I
think this
want to put
guy
something
is
on my ass.
experienced, and he got a little bit bold. Thought he had it.
See,
Lost.
I think that the inexperienced people are the ones who are getting stuff stuck up their ass. The experienced
That's what I
people,
would think, too.
Experienced people like will play around a little bit, and then they're like, ooh, all right, let's pull that out.
He just got a little overconfident.
Jesus. There's another
That's
X-ray
nuts.
here.
How many X-rays did they take of this guy?
Well, they got one from the side, which is, I think, just hilarious.
Jesus, that's huge, dude.
Yeah.
That is like all the way.
That's his
all the
whole
way
thigh.
through. Yeah.
Yeah, an 8-inch dumbbell. Just hanging out.
Again,
in there.
how?
Damn.
Why did you? What benefit
Don't let it
do
go
you
that
have
far.
from
They always
sticking
say,
up
like,
that much farther?
that you got to have like a good base on those butt stuff.
Yeah,
That's what
for
they say.
this exact reason.
For this reason.
But-
because this stuff just like
Wait, 'cause
it's
doesn't
like
it suck up?
quicksand.
Yeah, it sucks
it's
it up.
like
It
quicksand.
Your ass is reverse quicksand.
Yeah. Reverse quicksand.
It's actually weird because you always are pushing shit out of your ass, but at the same
you would
time,
think this would
you
just
suck
like
stuff
you could
up.
just push it right out.
Yeah.
But no.
No, that's quite
No,
a
it
bit
doesn't
bigger
work.
than
It just-
your average log. So
Can someone
Get stuck in there.
control that whatever that muscle is that sucks stuff up? Like, is there someone who like is that like a Tijuana show that they could just like sit down and just like take something back up there?
you know,
I feel like it. I
that
feel
is
like probably
Yeah,
is.
we should probably. I mean, there's got to be someone with an answer. out
There's
there
someone
for
who's
that,
done
but-
this before. Maybe this guy. Maybe that's what he was practicing.
There's a lot of stuff that apparently hospitals pull out
It
of
is
butts.
fucking funny that Steve-O put the Hot Wheels car in his condom
God.
and shoved it up his ass,
And then he went to the ER?
doctor
Yeah.
to get an X-ray. That is the funniest sketch of that movie. I don't care. Like I don't like watching him get hurt or whatever. But that was fucking funny.
God,
Yeah.
that is a wild.
That was a classic movie. The cover of like the movie was like just his X-ray.
Yeah. Is that two?
It's
So
hilarious. I
funny.
think that was Jackass
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
God, that's good.
God.
Yeah.
And his dick's on the X-ray too.
yeah.
They don't give him the lead
Yeah.
piece to put over his dick.
Like, no, dude. You probably asked him. He's like, no, don't cover my
Yeah, I
dick.
don't want that.
Yeah.
I want everyone to see it.
He's like, I'm keeping this one loose, free and loose.
Do those X-rays like fry your nuts if you don't
So
have it?
I got an X-ray one time on my lower back because I had a bulging disc.
Okay.
And that bulging disc was in, like, they couldn't
Like, right
not give
there,
me
yeah.
that. So my dick was on the x-ray. And the doctor's
Don't do it to me, Doc.
talking to me. He's pointing at the x-ray stuff and my dick's on it.
You're
It
just
was-
like trying not to, like using all your focus to not just like look at your dick and be like,
Doc, you see that?
does my dick look all right
You
here?
see that?
It
That's
was
me.
funny, though.
If you want to show this to anyone
He's like
else,
trying
that's
to be
fine.
professional and shit. And I was like, we both know what we're seeing here.
Yeah, we're seeing an X-ray of a dick. Doc.
That's one of the many reasons I could never be a doctor. Is like as soon as like I see something like, and that's your dick, and
Yeah.
then we move over here, and that's a dumbbell up your ass.
yeah. This is what you shoved up your ass.
Yeah.
These are the days that those doctors live for.
Oh, probably yeah. You go home,
You
you're
know,
like,
you have a
you have a
hell
good-
of a
yeah,
story.
honey,
a fun
you
story.
won't believe what happened today. A dude came in. What do you think was up his ass? You're
Could be
wrong.
anything.
It's a 4-pound
It's
dumbbell.
like a game he has.
Yeah, yeah. What's up his ass?
Ding, 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 ding.
I'm a little bit constipated and
Yeah.
I have some cramping.
I like that you go to the doctor, obviously looking for help, and
Yeah.
like you
and
just like,
don't tell them.
no, I don't know what
And
it
you
is.
don't want to cooperate.
Yeah, and you're just like, I'll listen.
Did you eat anything weird? No,
No,
nothing.
that's not
nothing.
He's doing like a
different.
game with them of it's like,
Yeah.
nope, it's not that.
No,
Yeah, maybe something else
No,
though.
maybe let's just
Yeah.
go. I think you're gonna have to do an X-ray.
I don't think anything. I don't think
You're gonna
anything
wanna
that
see
went
this.
down from the front has anything to do with it.
No, I
went
don't think it was
up
that.
somewhere.
I don't think it was that.
Yeah.
Keep
So,
guessing.
guess again. What do you think it was?
Keep guessing. That's why I don't want to be a
That
surgeon.
guy's got to be fucking sore the next
You got to
day,
have like a
right?
hemorrhoid
you gotta
pillow
have
or
all
something, right?
kinds
Like
of
you got to be.
problems.
You can't be sitting down normal.
The thing is, I bet once he's healed up, he goes back to shoving stuff up there.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's not done.
like he's not. He's still.
he might have
like-
learned his lesson about not leaving something to pull it out with, some
Yeah.
handle or knob at the end. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's gonna go
He
back.
learned that for a short period of time. This guy's 54. He's living life on the edge.
Yeah.
He's stuffing weird shit up that ass.
I mean, he has been.
Yep. And like again, he'll.
Dumbbells.
Do you
pretty
think that's
weird.
why he
Dumbbell
bought those
is
dumbbells?
You don't buy those dumbbells for anything other than you
You're
either have
you're in your 50s. What are you doing with a 4-pound dumbbell? If
Yes.
you're not shoving it up
you
your
either
ass.
have like that dumbbell specifically. It's either you have like a very modern gym where everything's like metal and like glass all around,
He saw
or
this
you're
and was
sticking
like-
shit up your ass.
He's like,
Only
"That's a-"
explanation.
He's like, I like the size of this
I think
dumbbell.
the ribs on the handle are kind of indicative
I think it
of
is.
him planning to shove it up his ass.
Indicative.
I think he might have a lawsuit here. To be like,
It never said don't show
You
up
made
your
It
ass.
this
was too
dumbbell.
tempting.
Yeah.
you made this dumbbell look so much
It was
like
such a dick.
penis
It was such a dick.
that I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
And now we're buying dumbbells that say, do not shove up your ass.
Do vaginas do the same thing as asses where they just suck up?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
No, it's not like a vacuum, Sean.
An ass apparently is.
Of ass, well, an ass is like quicksand.
I would not be surprised if a vagina also had the same properties.
I don't
No,
think they do.
No, they don't.
They both kind of do the same thing. They push stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're designed to receive.
Yeah. The vagina is just
The ass
it's
is
built
not.
different.
The ass is designed only to.
The ass is
excrete.
designed for.
But when
the
something
ass
goes
is
up
designed
there, it
for
goes
one-way
whoop.
traffic.
But then when something goes up there, it goes. Zoop.
Humans
Yeah.
have just repurposed it
Yeah.
in their sexual
Weirdos.
perversions.
Yeah. Asses are like, give me that.
Okay, so on that, you said it's a one-way street. Outside of a dumbbell, a 4-pound dumbbell, if it was something small, would you eventually just pass it? Like if you sucked it up, wouldn't you think it would naturally come down?
Yeah, like you think it's just in that alley of
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I think
of
so.
things ready to leave.
Yeah, is this like a Newton's law? Like what goes
Like
up must
Steve
come
would have
down?
passed that race car or that Hot Wheels
Yeah,
car
he did that as a
eventually,
bit,
right?
Yeah, I think so,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
He obviously wasn't too concerned when he shoved it up there. Like he was like, something will happen.
I think it's
don't know.
small enough. I think it's, when it's something like
That's
that, it's
different,
small
yeah.
enough. I think something
That's what I'm
large
saying.
like this
Outside
gets
of that,
stuck.
yeah, that's different because
Like, that's what it is. Like your body doesn't
yeah.
have the power to push it
Yeah.
out because it's so large.
But like it sucks it up, and then as soon as you poop, do you just have like it'll come out? Like it's
I
gonna
bet you blocks the trap. I bet he would be dead if he did not get that.
that for
taken
sure.
out.
That for sure.
Yeah,
but
he'd
like
be-
something small though. Like if you had like a
He definitely would be constipated.
like a race car, right? Like if
Yeah,
you
like
had
a Hot
that up
Wheels
there.
car.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that should probably just
That's getting
pass.
pushed out. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
I feel like a solid log is pushing that
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, your body's got the power for that.
How weird would that be? You're just in the bathroom, and then all of a sudden a race car just pops out. Like, oh, what's what happened to that one?
Like, oh,
What
there
kind
it
of
is.
what kind of party was I at?
They're like, whoa, there's that Mazda.
It's a shitty
I
car.
have to have a talk with my friends here.
Oh, I
What
see.
do you guys
We
do?
don't
to me?
fuck with people
Yeah.
when they pass out drunk.
Especially shoving shit up their ass.
Oh.
If anything, like draw my face or
Yeah,
something.
draw a penis on my face. Don't shove a race car up my ass.
Oh, my car is kind of rusty.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
Now it's got some mud on it.
Rusty trombone.
As you poop out a car.
Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite sexual euphemism?
Man,
Because I really feel like rusty trombone is the
that's a good one.
Crazy.
Favorite, just like the name that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna say like
Not your favorite to actually do.
I say because like Cleveland Steamer's like pretty funny too.
Yeah, Cleveland Steamer's great.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
You guys are known for that.
Yeah, right. Also, did you know that Cleveland what president?
Cleveland.
Grover
Cleveland. His real name's Steven Cleveland.
Steven.
It must be
Cleveland.
Grover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
His real name's Steven Cleveland.
Yeah, and he
Wow.
just went by Grover, I think
it's his
because
middle name.
Steven
Steven
sounds
Cleveland
terrible.
sounds weird.
That's a terrible sounding name.
Yeah,
It's
Steven
Steven
Cleveland.
Cleveland. So
Yeah, it's not
Grover
great.
was his
It kinda
middle name.
rhymes weirdly.
It does. It's like a
Yeah.
weird rhyme that makes I feel like it makes
That
him
doesn't
seem
fit.
not like a president.
Yeah, and
President Steven Cleveland.
Grover.
Grover.
I mean,
Of
yeah,
all
you're a Sesame Street character.
The only president in history to serve 2 non-consecutive terms.
Yep.
Steven Cleveland.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
That's
That's your fun fact. This is an educational
We
podcast.
have taught people a lot here.
We have
We have.
changed the game
Yeah.
this week.
Honestly, probably until 2024, though, when the Orange Man takes back over. Because they're not re-electing Biden.
I agree, but
I'm not voting
I don't
for
know if
him,
he'll
but
come- I don't know if
I
he is.
really feel like he's going to win next election.
It could. I don't know. We'll
This
see.
isn't a politics podcast.
But for what it's worth,
This
I
isn't
think that's
politics.
gonna happen.
Get out of here with them politics.
Saying
man.
Polytax?
Polytax. Tyler, we appreciate you being on the podcast this
Thank you
week.
so much. Yeah, I had a great time.
We ask all our guests, do you have anything you would like to promote or recommend for everybody?
Okay, so I'm currently playing Elden Ring. It's pretty sweet. If you like a nice, challenging open world video game, I'd
Is that
give
what
that a
Brad
try.
recommended too?
Brad said he's been playing it a
Okay.
lot lately.
I'm
I don't
also,
remember what Brad
I'm also
recommended.
reading the book Dune, just randomly, and
Did
it's
you
good.
watch the movie?
So have not watched the movie yet. Gonna watch
You're
the
gonna wait
movie
till
once I
after?
finish.
The movie's solid.
I generally like books more than movies anyway.
Dude,
So
if there's a movie out, why? I'm not reading the book at all.
it's a long one. It's like 700 pages.
Yeah,
But,
Tyler,
you know,
you
I-
legitimately shocked me years ago when you decided to read all the Game of Thrones books.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Eric did not think I was gonna do that. I bought the
Yeah.
first one.
Because
and
hold on,
Eric-
this is like Game of Thrones is on like season 5 at this point. And
6.
So,
Season
yeah, so
6
that's
had
like
just
And
that's
it
like
was
where the
like-
books ended, right? Like that's pretty much.
The books had ended. The end of the books is in line with end of season 5. in
Okay.
the-
Yeah.
So you just passed the books. You're like, I'm gonna go read them.
But it's not like he was a big fan of
Well,
Game of Thrones.
I
and
hadn't
was
seen
like,
any of the show at that
Oh.
point. So
But
I
But that's the
went
thing.
over
Like
to
he wasn't
Clint-
into the show. He
No.
just like came home one day with the book and was like, "I'm gonna read this."
I went over to
I was
Clint's
like,
house.
"What the fuck are you
And he's
talking
like,
about?"
let's watch the pilot of Game of Thrones. You might get into it. If you are, I'll rewatch it with you. So I watched the pilot episode. I was like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So then I ordered the book. The book's like 900 pages, the first one.
I was like, "No chance."
8 days.
Not reading
Cranked
that.
it out.
8 days.
Cranked
right?
it right out. Because I had to get
Were you,
ahead
always,
of the
were you
show.
always a big like reader though?
I have liked to read since I was a kid, but usually like I don't get like obsessed with a book like that, you know.
To me, if
Crazy.
there's something, if I can watch this, there's a visual way for me to see this, to take this in. I take that over reading it.
I
any
Going
day.
straight to that,
learned
yeah.
long ago that the book is so much better 100% of the
People
time.
say that all the time, but know what's great? If you don't read the book, you never know that.
That's true. Ignorance is
That is
bliss.
so
That's
true.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true.
So
That's
people
put
say
that on your tombstone.
And honestly, the movie, when you watch it, will be slightly disappointing after you've read the book. 'Cause,
Exactly.
like, you left that part
Yeah.
out, and I liked it.
So you know what?
Yeah.
I already know
There's
that
no
I
backstory.
much rather watch it. So why ruin my? Like, I don't want to read the book for one. That's gonna take me forever.
Yeah.
And then I'm only gonna hate the show / movie after watching it. Nah, I'll just watch the movie.
For what it's worth, the first like 4 seasons of Game of Thrones were so accurate
Well, that's what I
to
heard.
the
As
book
soon as he
that
went off the
I
book, it was
loved it.
bad,
But
yeah.
like then they ran out of source material,
Which is-
had to
they
come up
just
with shit
wrecked
on
it.
their own.
Which is also in I guess his defense. As soon as they went away from the books, show started to suck.
It was his fucking fault though.
Yeah, no,
he should have
absolutely.
been done with the books.
It
Yeah.
was, but at
he
the same
also
time,
had input on like where the show was going as well, and he could
It's-
have been like, "No, don't do this." I
it's
think.
smart
I
by
think he
him.
could have vetoed it.
think about it, because like that, like
He gets
if
to test an ending of it.
essentially,
that's
if
why.
he didn't know
Yeah,
how to,
it
if he
really
didn't know how to
is.
end the book, right? He's like, I don't really know how to end it, and then
or if he
gives
just has
them-
some ideas.
exactly, but he doesn't know the for sure. Like, I want to end it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, like I think let's do this for the series, and then the series happens, then everyone's like, that sucked. He's like, I told them that sucked. I was gonna do
Yeah.
something different, but whatever.
And the worst part is he's just never gonna finish it.
No.
There will never be another.
No,
book
because now they're
released.
doing the prequels, and he has no reason to, right?
When he's
He
already
wrote,
working
like,
on other stuff.
Yeah, he
He's
wrote like a
just
fucking
oddly is
full-on,
not
like
doing
900-page book about just the Targaryens.
Well, is that what they're basing the new HBO show on?
I think has something to do
Yeah.
with it. It's
Yeah.
called like Fire and Blood or something. It's
Yeah, Fire,
just all
Fire
about
and Ice, right?
all
That's the
about-
new.
No, that's like the series name is the Book of Ice and Fire. That's like or the
Yeah.
Tale of Ice and Fire. But he
I
wrote
think the
one, like,
new series is just called House of Targaryen or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, but it was like a full length. It's like, dude, you could have fucking wrote the 6th book.
Yeah, he's
Write
just
the
choosing to
6th
do other
book.
stuff. Yeah,
But this is
he's dealing with like writer block or something.
I don't even think he's got way too many. If you read the book, it's so much more convoluted than the show. It's
I
like he's
believe
got
it.
so many loose ends to tie up.
That's the bad thing is that there were so many like open-ended things that you're like, this is gonna be so cool when they tie everything back together and like you finally know why
so
this matters.
satisfying.
Yeah.
And then it never happens. You're like, wait,
That
so like,
fucking,
Yeah.
what was the whole point of that?
Yeah.
It's like getting a rager and then having, it's like having sex and then before you're gonna finish, the other person's like, okay, we're done.
It's like getting hung, and then all of a
they
sudden
cut off
you
your
get a
boner.
rager.
yeah, they cut off your boner.
It's that classic
This is
move.
the best boner. I hate. Like, what if that guy had
That
erectile
is literal
dysfunction?
insult to injury
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
What if he had like erectile dysfunction, could not get a boner, and then he
That's the
finally gets
one time
hung,
he gets
and he's
it.
just like, "Wait, guys, can someone just come up here? I just want to bang him real quick."
He's still like kind of conscious a little
Yeah.
bit, like as he's dying, and his like the last thing he hears is, "Yeah, let's cut off this guy's dick." You're like,
believe
what
they
the
did
fuck? Like,
Of all the things to do.
Swallowed spit.
great. All right,
What if he just heard?
it's a clap.
I was trying to end my cough. What if he just heard like some ladies being like, "Oh my god," and he like kind of like
Whoa.
half conscious, like, "What? Huh?" And he's like, "I got a boner."
Just saying to someone, "Can you cut that off for me?"
Yeah, it's, can you guys make?
What
a
if they
mold
did
of
it
that?
while
Can I
he was
take that
still
home?
alive, like before the
Torture him?
hanging took place? Or I mean, it's like
Oh,
taking
man.
place, but he's like before he dies.
Why did they just take a mold of it? Like, just put some paper mache on that bitch as he's dying.
Not worth the same amount.
No.
Yeah,
Gotta have
you're
the
right.
They want the-
genuine article.
The real thing. So, all right. Yeah, I feel we can talk about chopped off boners all
talk-
day.
all day.
We do about chopped off dicks for
Keep
life.
going
Why
on
not?
it.
Let's actually have a side podcast where it's only about chopped off dicks.
That's a dick of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll wrap it up there.
All right, sounds like a good place to end.
Dick of my life.
Tyler, thank you for being on the podcast. You guys can, of course, email us at apmlpod@gmail.com. Make sure you like, review, rate, subscribe,
All that stuff.
bell notifications. Hit it all. Hit it all. Make sure you're giving us 5 stars. If you're not going to give us 5 stars, then don't even rate us. But
Yeah,
Otherwise-
5 stars or nothing.
5 stars. If not, just forget it's there. That's
Yes,
the rule.
please just move
Well,
on.
I'll take a 4-star rating.
No.
No?
Do those ratings ever impact you? Like if you're like on Netflix and you're like looking at something,
Oh, hell
and it's
yeah.
like
Well, no,
95%
Netflix-
match for you, and you're like,
No. So the match, though, is
Does that
different.
really
if it
impact
says,
you?
If I want to watch it, I'm thinking this looks good, and then it says like 2% of people like it. No.
Yeah, if I see like a 3-star rating on a
Yeah.
movie, I'm 100% not watching it.
I don't know if 100%, but I'm definitely like never going on my way. It'll be like if I'm very bored, maybe I'm like, I wanted to watch this. If I had zero interest, then yeah, I'm never gonna do it. But if I was like, I want to watch this, and it had very bad ratings, I'd be like, all right, well, maybe I'll watch it now, kind of thing.
Okay.
But I same thing though. It's like if I'm looking at something and like I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
If it's 2 stars, 3 stars, whatever.
yeah.
no,
But
no.
Netflix only tells you the like,
Yeah,
like how much of a
Netflix.
match of it is.
But
For
like
you.
other shows,
I do
other,
not care about that at all.
Other services will tell you like, hey, this
Yeah,
is
like what the ratings.
I had
are.
every intention of seeing Dark Phoenix because I'd seen all the other X-Men movies to that point, but it
Yeah.
got
I heard that was
such a
very
low
bad.
rating
Yeah, I heard
that
that
was
I
very
was
bad.
just like, okay, I just won't waste my time
Yeah,
then.
I feel that way about New Mutants. Like I
Yeah.
watched Dark Phoenix
Yeah.
just because I was like, all right, let me watch it at least and see what's up. But New Mutants is out there, and I'm just like, oh,
Nah.
they got bad reviews. No
Yeah.
one, it's nothing.
That was almost one that I feel like they just threw out there. Like it was
that
like
one got it just
it was
got,
like a weird in between time.
it got caught up in between like it was like
Disney
when Fox
getting it,
being
yeah.
sold to Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't never even heard of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it a movie or a TV
it's
show?
a
That's a
movie.
movie. Yeah,
Oh, fuck it.
It came out, I think it
it's
came
got
out.
Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones in
There
it.
you go.
Oh, damn.
Arya Stark.
I think it came out like right before Black Widow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it went I think straight to like streaming.
Yeah, I was going to say I never heard of
It's,
it.
it did
Definitely
really
didn't
bad.
see any commercials
Yeah,
for
it
it.
did very bad. Yeah, and I think it was like they were gonna put it out, and then COVID happened. And they're like, I guess just
Yeah, and it was
throw it
just
out there.
it was just an awkward.
Yeah, they just really have a hard
They
time
didn't know
getting
what
the
to do with
X-Men
it.
right, you know.
the first like 3 were solid,
Yeah, I would say.
and then like once they went to like the new people,
I don't like X-Men 3.
Eric
though.
wanted to end this so badly.
This is just like the worst ending of the podcast of like all time. Like it was just what are we on to like another episode
Quit
now?
the sidebar conversations. Let's wrap this shit up.
You kind of
We're talking about X-Men 3.
You brought this up.
I know I fucked it up,
This is
but I
on
didn't
you.
expect it to lead into a discussion about
Eric,
X-Men
don't
3.
give us another topic. Yeah, don't give us another
X-Men 3:
topic
The
to
Last
talk
Stand. We all
about.
know it's a bad movie.
Don't give us another topic to talk
is
about.
bad,
Otherwise,
though.
we'll talk about it.
Oh no, we're wrapping it up there. That's
Just
it.
like brutally kill Cyclops for no fucking reason. Why?
Yeah,
You love him.
just rips them apart. And it's like
I just like that they went
Phoenix.
to like all new actors for the same characters, and then they're like, all right, let's
Yeah.
bring back everyone else at some point
for the
here.
second movie of three.
yeah. It's all right.
That's actually kind of fucking cool.
Yeah.
What?
It worked out really well.
I
Like,
mean, it
Days of Future
can
Past
work,
is
but
one
it's
of my
just-
favorites, but yeah.
It only works, but I feel like was that planned the whole time? I don't feel like it was. I feel like they started to do like the prequels, and then they're like, maybe we can tie this back.
Yeah, I think they just had the idea to do it.
Yeah.
For the second one, they were like, actually, this would be
Yeah,
kind of
Days
cool
of
if we
Future
did
Past, yeah.
this storyline and it worked out. Have you ever seen the Rogue cut of that movie though?
No,
They basically just force Rogue into it, and it's really stupid.
that sounds dumb.
Yeah, it's like really dumb, and I don't know why, but FX plays it.
Remember
Like
he
when
was
they
yelling
play
at us about going on tangent conversations,
when they
and now he's
play
in this.
Days of Future Past on like FX, they always play the Rogue cut. And I'm
Why?
like, why? This
That's
is the
weird.
worst. This is a bad version of the movie.
That's lame. Honestly, you know,
stupid.
I didn't like the movie because Wolverine goes back. Whenever Wolverine doesn't have his adamantium claws, I get
You're not into
pissed.
it.
And it's like, why? He's so much weaker.
Yeah.
Also,
so much
do you just
cooler.
retire Wolverine now that Hugh Jackman's not him?
No, you replace him.
Yeah, you gotta
I-
find someone good, but
Wolverine's
I don't want
too
him to
good of
like.
a character to not.
I
do.
agree.
Yeah.
Like that's such a that to me is different than Batman.
He's
where,
a
like,
top
he's
three Marvel character. Like they have to
Top
do
two.
something
It's
with
him and Magneto to me. There's no third place. Like I mean, it's
You don't think
Magneto.
Iron
Wait,
Man's up
in
there?
Marvel?
Oh,
or
Marvel.
Okay, I was saying
X-Men. only.
X-Men, yeah.
I was like, Spider-Man's also pretty up there.
Yeah. Okay, my bad. No,
Okay.
Spider-Man. For
I was like, Magneto getting your top three of all Marvel characters, kind of crazy.
Yeah, I know. Top two, all Marvel
Yeah,
characters:
yeah.
Wolverine, Magneto.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Fuck
I mean,
you,
honestly,
Spider-Man.
that might be my top two. I personally love Magneto, but
Magneto-
no,
But
also-
over like
Wolver-
Spider-Man though.
I'd much rather be Magneto. Magneto is school Spider-Man.
I don't know if he would.
I don't think
he'd
so.
smoke
Spider-Man's a
them.
child. He can still grow into his.
Spider-Man
powers.
has super strength. He's got super agility. He's got a healing factor.
He's got webs.
got webs up the wazoo.
He's got no
He's
metal.
got
He's got no
Spidey
metal.
sense.
As long as they're in an environment where there's any kind of. Do you guys see X-Men Apocalypse where he's shooting that salvo of metal at Apocalypse? Like, dude.
He took down an alien that was destroying the world.
Thanos?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
He also
Yeah,
didn't take him
it
down.
wasn't
He
bad.
also
He
didn't
had
take
a
him
lot
down.
of
He also didn't
tons
take
of
him. He
help.
also died.
Yeah, he died.
Spoiler.
Thanos beat him.
Yeah.
Came back.
It all depends on who's the comic book writer and who wants them to win. They can write it up however they want.
I hope they bring in the comic book arc where Santa Claus gets the Infinity Gauntlet. Have you heard about that?
No.
Yeah, Santa Claus at some point. He's the only other person who's as powerful as Thanos in the Marvel universe. So he gets the Infinity Gauntlet and he just like turns evil and just like controls everything.
There's allegedly a comic as well where Thanos gets arrested by NYPD.
It's a Brooklyn Nine-Nine carryover or
I wanna
crossover.
see that, too.
That would be awesome.
Can-
They should just do a TV show of just like all these like random
like the stupid
yeah,
comics.
like the dumb shit. Like this makes zero sense.
And that's kind of like the what if. The Marvel
Sort
what
of.
if. Like it's a
Except
little bit
they're
close.
serious about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
though.
The animated series, on Disney Plus was serious about it. But I
Vision
think they
could
seem
not just
crazy.
cut Thanos in half like that either, like he does. With
They
the,
tried. He got completely
or
destroyed.
not Vision, Ultron or whatever. It's like no, Thanos would be able to take that blast.
Ultron got beat by only 5 Avengers.
with no Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
So Thanos with 4 Infinity Stones is not gonna be
Yeah.
able to take you. That's bullshit.
Yeah, come on.
Guys, we're starting a new podcast. It is about
Talking
the
about
Marvel
Marvel.
and DC
We
universes.
could probably do a lot of that.
We are
we
going
honestly
to
could.
be talking about that,
Seriously?
whether it's movies or whatever. So look forward to us starting that podcast. If we don't start that
Eric
podcast,
wanted to
we
end
may
this so
never
long
end
ago.
this
Eric just
episode.
edits it out right after I'm like, I'm playing Elden Ring.
Yeah.
And done.
I might edit it.
I mean, he
together.
gave his whole like spiel of like go follow us and do all this stuff.
Yeah, that's the end.
Again, this is all on you. You brought up ratings, and then that sent us down another tangent.
Didn't expect it to be an additional 10 minutes on
Do
Marvel.
you have anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Okay.
Okay, well, cool. I think we get it there. Then.
We'll save it for next time, guys. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.
How do you guys feel about watching stuff?
Brendan Fraser.
Any thoughts on it?
Good.